He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem.
Turning it on! And what a huge chunk over this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
Yeah, and that's not the stuff you want to do on this defense. Like, you lost last week, looking to bounce back. One thing you can't do, they give up explosive plays on the ground. This defense has to hunker in, dial in a little bit. Last week was a struggle. Let's get back on track.
And the Gators have to explode. Huge run, back to work. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Just gets rid of it before the heat. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag.
Intentional grounding, offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Into the end zone.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they can do it so good. But small drive really had a great year, and that's why they're a top.
They get for the point after as we the extra point. They get on that scoring drive. Just kicking away, and this crowd is buzzing. And he'll just take it in. This drive will start at the 25. Tonight's offense will go to work for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
And the rush will get through number 25. Defense blocks. The team's flying on the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat to them.
And I think that was a staple back in the day. Great offenses fulfilled it, but the teams that really had.
He's going to throw deep right side. Dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. The Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Yes, the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. They'll get down and put a stop with this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll go to the ground. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Good pick up on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you would turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. To the air, it's St. Clair. Lost one deep down the right side. And he pokes it in inside the 15-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what we saw in that last play. There was no question when a quarterback was running that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
You've got to be accurate on the throw, too. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
And the D denied him on second and goal. Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak. Sneaks it in.
The defense knew coming into this game more than ever. So not only do they have to worry about those running backs and the running game, they have to worry about the quarterback as well.
All's good, man. It's just another league I play in. Doing this, and then I'm chilling for the night. Got off work, got some alcohol, plan to have a decent night.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Knights decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Looking for space, it's Jackson. He went to touchdown.
I got you, man. I appreciate it.
That's what's really important. It's a great start, and now it's about finishing the season. To be at the top is awesome, but you can't lose a conference game or two conference games and get yourself out of the mix right at the end when you're so close to the finish line.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. To the back. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's complete to the right side. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
At the midst, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's when he catch it, big fella.
He'll pull it on the read. And they add 6 more to the red zone.
a score.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Jackson gonna throw it. The Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the right. It's gone. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Ashley. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Offense working from the pistol. Looking for space. It's great. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Knights send out the punt unit. He'll take it on the return. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Fires one high and deep. He's got it inside the 30. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took him to the house, but they got him at the 24. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Got it in the middle. It's Ashley. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Working that left side. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it up at 29.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Ashley. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up the field.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires to the big fella. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Knights will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game, if you're going to
conserve it or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. Grab near the marker. It's Carter. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38. These guys are on the move. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Caught in the backfield. It's Moulton. Oh, he's got it. They've got it inside the 30 to mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. They're going to run it. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Looking to throw, it's St. Clair. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
This is obviously not a great receptions already in this.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. This pass rush has just been relentless. You can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. The Knights will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt and take it back. Special teams proving to be special. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. South Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Columbia, one of the most special places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to West Virginia. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Finds the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. The Knights with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Grab behind the line. It's Ashley. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Jackson will throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Ashley. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And they're not on the same page there.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals. You can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Gets it out quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that you're quarterback.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point, they know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
They booted away on 4th down. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He's got great speed. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback making checks. To the air on 1st down. He's going for the big play. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
When you see them there taking a shot, I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. The Gators will line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team.
You got to give him room and let him catch the football. And if he's called for the fair catch, you just have to stay back. Jackson gonna throw it. Here's the heat. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway and now they're in business.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Pressure coming. Incomplete.
Yeah, it's because it's streaming to
Defense put the heat on.
light streams.
Now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it downfield. Grabs it inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that.
See, thought that guy was going to get open late on that, and he did not. And I read that way too late.
You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Well, they really
Well, damn.
that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down.
Oh, bruh.
And they're going to
You know what?
line up for a field goal. They fake it, and he'll try to run it in. And
Oh, it's supposed to be a pass, not a run. Oh, well.
down on the
I hate
field goal.
kicking those chip shots in the corner. They usually get missed.
But sometimes you got to know when to just take the 3. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll go to the counter. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got. And this offense has been the story through quarters, extending this lead and really position guys. Big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a football back.
I've just seen in this game, the ball's just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to, and as a result, that's now his second pick throw in this game.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make a catch.
He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there. This offense is feeling it. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Hauls it in.
Damn, I got a lot of people watching. Normally, not that many people watch me.
Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that.
These guys wanted to make a statement. Statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop him. No, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. Defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Richardson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The give is to Smith. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Knights with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well,
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback was really struggling with his decision-making.
that happened fast.